The problem that is highlighted by some of the user is live video and live content is annoying or disturbing their experience and sometimes causing their device not responding or in other words hang. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll have a look at some of the advices given by professional designers. So let's have a quick look on the reading materials. If you look at the reading materials that I've given, some of these suggestions are given by people who are already doing some improvement on usability. Yeah. So if you look at the article, it's a quick read. Okay, the software that or the app that they are redesigning is TEDx and TikTok. This one is written in 2024, 2025, so quite recent, April 2025. Okay, some of the visual is not related. Okay, so the problem is when you are forced to view a content, it makes the user feel like they are not in control. They are taken off their freedom, like the writer say here, freedom to choose to specify what kind of content you want to choose is taken away. So you are passive user. You can't really control what is being shown. Okay, so after going through some of the research process, she come up with the 7 key principle for user-friendly experience. Number one, because she is highlighting this issue, number one is you should allow the user to control content, especially what they want to see, what they don't want to see. Okay, you can suggest, but you can't force. So this forcing should not be implemented in any kind of app. Yeah. So content should not start automatically. Even though you are advertiser, you love your content to start automatically, but it is better if you can uh, give some control to the user so they can choose auto or not auto and what type of content they want to view. Okay, item number two, minimizing distraction, autoplay video, disrupt the user flow and pull them out of the context. You are advertising students, so most of the time you are actually distracting the user with your advertisement. Okay, that's your main expertise. You should produce an advertisement that will attract the attention of the user. But most user don't like advertisement, don't like disrupting content which is not related to what they are looking for. Okay, so in this case, if you are a Shopee user, usually you already have your target item. What are the objective of your browsing activity in Shopee? You must have an objective. You are looking for a certain item or certain offers. Okay, and you can read until principle number 7. Okay, number 7 is respecting the user decision process. So after going through all of this, the conclusion is we should provide some option for the user so that they can actually control the auto video in Shopee. Yeah. Okay. Next article by this one is not a full article. Reddit usually user opinion and answers, question and answer. So if you are a Reddit user, you can contribute by giving an answer, and then your answer will be voted. For example, this one six vote up means better than the rest. Okay, so some of your problem in design, sometimes you can find it in Reddit. Even Unity problem, sometimes the answer is in Reddit. Okay, so here it says, it's asked, is video autoplay by default a good UX? And then there will be some answer, yes or no, or somewhere in between. Okay, so some say no, some say yes, depend on what type of content you are displaying. Okay, but overall more to no. No. Okay, so although the answer is given few years back, but it's still relevant to our problem, which is most of us don't like disrupting content which is not related to what we want to see. Okay, so our device is already specified foldable device, not a normal phone. But to do this assignment, you can either get a real foldable device, or you can actually simulate a foldable device. Okay, how to simulate a foldable device? If you view any website, example in our assignment, we have to open Shopee, of course. However, the problem is Shopee have different interface for mobile and desktop. So even though you can simulate foldable device here, but it's not correct because web version is different from app version. Okay, so how to simulate? This one you have learned in maybe my other classes. We can use the developer tool. The developer tool is under, if you scroll down, more tools is under developer tools. Okay, Control Shift I. The shortcut is Control Shift I. So when you activate the developer tool, this is a tool where it helps you to become a better developer, of course. One of the tools is screen sizes, which is indicated by this tiny icon, this one. Okay, this icon, toggle devices, I think I've shown this several times. Okay, now we are going to use it. However, it's not really useful for this assignment because, as I mentioned, web interface is different from the mobile app interface for Shopee. Okay, so the dimension, you choose foldable device. Here we got Galaxy Z or Z Fold 5. And then you should change to the mode is not continuous, the mode is foldable. Sorry, folded. And the strange thing, as I mentioned, although it's stick folded, it means unfolded, which is very strange. Okay, now it's taking folded, right? This one is actually unfolded. Okay, so if you log in, maybe you think this is the solution of my assignment. No, it's not, because if you look at the real foldable device, it won't display the website like this. It won't display the app like this. The app looks different because the app contains live video and other stuff like voucher that is not usable in website. Let me confirm myself first. Okay, so some of you maybe think, okay, this is the solution. No, it's not, yeah? So the solution is you have to solve it using a real phone. Or now you are a designer, it's our job to solve the problem. Okay. Maybe you can use some of the hints here, like the icon still look the same. You change to 100%. Okay, so that is the actual size. Alamak. Don't close the sidebar of the developer tool. If you close, maybe um, the size is reset. Okay, so here I can see some content, but it's not exactly what we are going to have in our Figma. Okay, this is just the web version. So the app version is different, yeah. Okay, so if you look the web version, it's become foldable device size. Everything have been resized, but there is no live video because this is the web version, not the app version. So you should know that app and web for Shopee is different. Okay, next. You must have a minimum of 4 screen, home, me, home version 2, and live video. So live video we can't see in the web version. We can only see in our handphone. Okay, if you look at the next one, we have to link all the screen together using button and icons. And then finally, we want to solve the user pain point. So the user pain point is they don't like the live video, they don't like the Shopee video. So we need to enable or disable somewhere in the app. We provide that option so that user can enable or disable. All right, let's have a look at the screen size. The actual screen size is 2160 times 1856. How to find out? You can go to Samsung Galaxy website or you just ask your favorite GPT, or if you Google it quickly, you'll get the full resolution of the Samsung Galaxy Z. So this is verified by AI 2160 1856. However, when you do prototyping, we don't need the full resolution. We don't build a prototype using this highest resolution because prototype should be a simple version of the real content. It should not be too heavy because prototype you should run it fast. We want the user to see the content as fast as possible. So why we want to change the resolution? Okay, because we don't want to use very high-end images, high-end animation, high-end video, but in Figma, of course, we only need images. Okay, so that's why we need the calculator, calculate aspect ratio. So if you are designer, you should know how to convert uh, from one resolution to another resolution using an online converter, or you can ask your GPT. Okay, you can ask your ChatGPT or you can use the calculator. I haven't asked ChatGPT yet. You can ask convert if width is 600. Okay, you can ask your favorite GPT. In my case, I can ask ChatGPT if the resolution is this. What if I want to convert the width to 600? So other than using the calculator, if you are a fan of GPT, you can ask GPT. It will answer for you. Okay, 515.6. Okay, so we round it to the nearest integer, 51516. Why we take 600? Because that's the advice given by Android UI Kit. So you search for Android UI Kit, you will get Figma Android UI Kit. Okay, why we don't use iOS? iPhone haven't come out with a foldable device, so we move on with Android. Okay, so the Android UI kit is given or designed by Material Design. Yeah? So make sure you choose the correct Android UI kit. This is the correct one, Material by Material Design. And this one is another contributor, IV9. Okay, so if you open in Figma, you find out what is the foldable device size. The frame is, if you can't see this, okay, sometimes you have to click the pages. page, guide, layout. There are many pages, style, layer. So if you can't see that, maybe you should navigate the left side first. Here you have pages. Here you got device frame. If you scroll in a bit, scroll and to zoom in is scroll and control and scroll, and then you'll get this 600 max 701. So ours 700, but we don't know what is the height. So the height is 516. Okay, so in my video, sometimes my voice is not clear. Okay, so now I record it again. One of the problem is when I copy this, I get only the time. I don't get the frame. So this is what we call the one of the element in the frame, yeah. Instance, yeah, instance. If it's a diamond, it's an instance. Okay, so you put it in your own file, new design, new design in Figma, and then you paste the foldable instance, Control V. Okay, if you are lucky, you'll get the frame. Otherwise, you will get time or clock only. I'm not sure what happened to my previous copy and paste. Sometimes I get the clock only. Okay, so now I got instance. Okay, to do this assignment, we need what we call frame, yeah, frame. If you want to do prototyping, you are going to link frame to another frame to frame. Okay, so we call, in phone, we call it as page or what's the name? Okay, here we call it as frame, yeah. Okay, so if you want to convert to frame, you right click, unfold it, and then frame selection. Right click, unfold it, and then frame selection. Okay, so if you watch carefully, after you click frame selection, what happened is you get frame number one. Under frame number one, you get unfolded. Okay, frame unfolded, frame unfolded. Okay, so this one maybe you can name it as home. To rename, you just go to the top here, click, and then you name it as home. In our task, we have to link 4 frames or 4 pages. You want to do more than 4, fine, but minimum is 4. Sometimes the solution that you are proposing is more than 4. Some of you maybe take 2 steps. One is display the main menu. Second, they can change the enable or disable. So if that is your solution, you can introduce another frame. Okay. So to duplicate the frame, we need four frames because we want to link 4 pages, right? So you duplicate this until you get 4. Control C, Control V. Control V 3 times. When I paste, I got home, 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 home. So now I got 4. What I do is I just rename this home. This one becomes me. That's the name of the link in Shopee, me. Okay, you can check in your Shopee. Our task is redesign or sorry, tweak, not redesign. Redesign means you can change everything. Now we don't want to change everything. We just want to solve the user complaint, particularly the live video. Okay, so me, and then what? What else you can have? Live and video. Live and video. It looks like there are spaces in between in Shopee, live and video. Next one is the home new version. This one is V2. After you change the home, what happened to the home? Okay, this is the original home. This is me page. This is live video. This is home version 2. Okay, now where to get the design? Some of you might say, okay, we can find it in community. Okay, you can search in community, but most of it are not Malaysian version of Shopee. So if you search in community, yes, there are Shopee. You might want to check whether it's Malaysian or not. Okay, we want Malaysian version and the current version, not old version. Okay, so if you look at, for example, here, Naufal have contributed Shopee food design, but if you open, maybe you can use some icon, but most of it are not related to our assignment. Yeah, maybe outdated or he already redesigned everything. Okay, so his icon completely not related to the current Shopee icon. So to get the current Shopee icon, you can screenshot from a real foldable device, or you can screenshot from the website version. Okay, I don't have a foldable device, but some of your friend have maybe. Or you can screenshot from your phone. Yeah, if you screenshot from your phone, you get the live content, Shopee video. What else? The size of the content, the dimension is different. Here we have shocking sale, but in the app version, mm, shocking sale is maybe not at my home, maybe in some other links. Okay, so the conclusion is you can't take everything from the web version and put it as your solution. You have to look at your mobile app as well. Okay, for example, the home button in here uh, is not the same as the app. I can't even find the home button, so I only click here to get home, right? And then the live video also no. Maybe some of the icon here is usable, but mostly are no. So the solution is you have to screenshot from your phone to get the icon for your solution. Yeah. So most of this Shopee from the community, if you search, maybe not usable in the assignment. Yeah, maybe. Some icon maybe same like home. Okay, so if I open the Thailand version, Pawara Som Sangkul, probably Thailand. Okay, so this one, if I open in Figma, maybe I can use the home button. That's it. Okay, so the best way is you should screenshot from your phone. Yeah, here I got some icon, but the caption is Thailand, but I can use the icon only, uh, not the caption. Okay, example, yeah. If I want to screenshot here, I can use the print screen button and then screenshot. Let's say this is my icon. Okay, I get it in the default screenshot application. Okay, I screenshot this. Where's the screenshot? Huh? Sometimes the screenshot doesn't want to appear. Snipping tool, yeah, snipping tool. Okay, for Windows, maybe you can use the snipping tool or the screenshot tool. Okay, once you are done, you can paste it to your Figma as a reference. Okay, now I got 4 frames, right? 4 frames, 4. Okay, then I put my Figma reference. Okay, this is my Figma reference. Okay, then I put the design one by one onto my frame. Okay, for example here, I already screenshot my menu only. Okay, so let's say I just want to use this is the menu, but I want to link the frame, yeah. So what I'll do is, if I intend to link, I have to slice one by one because it will be used as a button. If I don't intend to link, I just want to display it only. If you want to display it only, then you put like this, okay? You put the whole PNG or JPG onto the frame. If you plan to link, then you have to slice. Okay, so let's say this one I don't have any link, so I put it onto the frame. There's a tutorial on how you can allow horizontal scrolling in your Figma. Here maybe it's already cropped, not allowed to scroll. If you go through the scrolling tutorial, it's quite easy to make the scrolling horizontal. Those who have taken web design, probably it's compulsory for you to make the scrolling effect. Okay, so for the scrolling effect, you can quickly search for Figma scroll horizontal or vertical. It's only take a few steps. Figma scroll horizontal, how to do scroll horizontal or vertical. I don't have enough time to cover that. Okay, so let's have another set of button. This one I don't want to link, so I can put it as one piece. If I plan to link, then I have to cut the button. Okay, example here I I'm using this as my button. Paste. Okay. Okay, let's say I plan to use this as link. So if you plan to do this as link, then you cannot paste the whole item as one single item. You should make it slice one by one. So this one is one, this one is one, this one is one. Okay, another one. So let's say you don't have this as slices. You can slice it manually. To slice manually, you can go to at the bottom of the Figma, slice, and then draw this rectangle around the image, and then you click export at the bottom right. Yeah, export. So this will cut the PNG for you. Export, export slice one. Okay, then you get a dialog box here at the top saying that slice one.png is in your download folder. So all you have to do is drag, drop onto your Figma. Okay, so I get this. This is slice from a bigger image. So let's say this is one single image. You plan to link, then you cannot use it as one single image. You need to slice. So this is the correct way if you want to link. Okay, how to link? Now I got a button that I want to use as link. This one I don't want to link, so I can put it as one single image. No slicing needed. But this one I want to use as button, so it must be a single item. So to link it, I go to prototype, for example, prototype, and then in the prototype mode, you can begin to link the content. Okay, all you have to do is, okay, you click on the button that you want to link and then drag to the next frame. So let's say this is the home button, I link it to the home. On click, navigate to choose the destination, home. Okay, then you share. Okay, this one you have to make it shareable to me so I can view. So here can view. Anyone with a link can view the content. Right. Oh, I think I already share too many items, so now I cannot share anymore. Okay, so let's run the presentation. The play button is on the top right. Okay, when you mouse over any object which is linked, okay, if you mouse over somewhere else which is not linked, the mouse is a pointer. But if you mouse over an item with a link, it becomes a hand. So this one will move to the next content, which is still blank. Okay, so blank. Okay, this one should be having some other content. The content must look like the current Shopee. We don't want to change the current Shopee. We just want to make sure that we solve the user pain point. So remember that what is pain point? As I mentioned, pain point is related to UI. Yeah, a pain point, frustration on their experience on a particular product, service, or process. So in UI, pain point is usually related to user interface, user experience, like the one that we are trying to solve right now. Okay, so remember that what is pain point. Okay, what else? To prove that this is your work, your photo must be available in the live video frame. Yeah, so if you look at the instruction here, okay, I'm not covering everything right now. Here, use your photo to prove this is your work. Live, there's a live indicator here, and here should be your face, not somebody else. So in the current version of Shopee, there are two live icon. Previously was maybe one, but now they have increased to two live. Two live, and then on the right, sometimes it's a shocking sale, sometimes it's Shopee video. Sometimes shocking sale, sometimes Shopee video. Okay, so another problem that we want to solve is, can we control what we want to see? What type of video or what type of live we want to see? Is it local only? Is it in English only? Or is it in particular language? Or is it related to a selected category that we want to view? Okay, so my advice is to make your Figma more interesting, you try to search for Figma scroll horizontal. Okay, look for the recent tutorial. Because the Figma interface, some of the button, they have changed the location recently. Yeah? Some, not all, very few buttons are modified. Okay, if you search for Figma tutorial, try to find 1 year ago or a few months back. Okay, so this one, horizontal and vertical scrolling, which make our content more interesting. So one of the trick is we just crop or hide the extra content and then allow scroll. There are only a few steps involved. So here it is called clip content. Okay, so if you have content which is wider than your frame, this content is a long menu wider than the frame, what you'll do is you can clip the content. Yeah, clip content. Okay, example. Okay, example here, let's go to the design mode again. Sometimes if you want to modify, you have to go back to the design mode. The frame you can arrange, some of you maybe wonder why your frame is not arranged properly. You can actually rearrange the frame. Yeah, if you don't like the frame side by side, you can arrange like this. Just drag and place it wherever you like. Okay, and then let's say you have a content which is wider than the frame. Okay, this content is wider than the frame. So what you can do is you click on the frame name and you can actually clip the content here. Clip content, so it is clip. Then you make it okay, so I repeat, you click on the frame name and then you click clip content. Okay, so after you click content, then you follow the tutorial. It say that you can modify the scrolling behavior in the prototype section. Okay, so try to find Figma, scroll horizontal, and then solve this problem on scrolling left, right, up, down. Okay, that's it for my demo.